Listen, you people have no idea how busy I am. This is West Michigan's Morning News. That's my favorite, by the way. Steve Kelly, Brett Bakita Schmitty back with us soon. Dr. Jackie Meyer is a business strategist, CPA, host of the Concierge CPA podcast. A new study warning that busy bragging culture about it in the workplace can be a little detrimental. Have you shouted the name out in your head of that person? Dr. Meyer, thank you for doing this today.
Yeah, pleasure to be here. Thank you.
What is it about this person? They seem to have unlimited time to complain, right? And usually at the time where you're the busiest, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it has negative consequences for everyone around. It actually causes burnout to people that surround them as well as themselves.
Yeah, like I've never been busy, right? Or I'm not busy right now.
Right. Exactly. So they're about how stressed they are, almost like they're proud of it, and they want to seem hardworking, important. But the thing is that it's having the opposite effect of making them look good. People just look at them like they're less competent and less likable.
And that's just it. I mean, that's the part that bothers me is everybody, in my opinion, in an environment, in a workplace is busy or should be, right? That's why you're there. That's why you're hired. You have a spot. And in this day and age with inflation, right, those workforces are smaller, so people are asked to do more. So to sit there and say, well, I'm just so busy or whatever, it just falls on deaf ears. I mean, it's better to be unsaid, right?
Oh, for sure. The key is not to brag. It's okay to talk about stress, but it's all in the delivery. So instead of making it like a badge of honor, be open, be relatable so that it invites support from others and they can understand you might be stressed, but maybe they can help you and sympathize instead of pulling away from you.
My first thing I want to do to that person is I want to dissect why they're so busy and help them declutter so they're not so busy to help me with what I need them to do.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of techniques to time block and figure out ways to be more efficient with your work. Problem solve it instead of just complaining.
Yeah. You're so nice, Brett, as I was hoping to usher them to an elevator without an actual elevator car waiting. But I remember early in my career, like my first full-time job, somebody got fired, and I assumed their responsibilities. And I remember being out front complaining to the receptionist about how busy I was. And my general manager called me in, and he gave me a very nice, he was very encouraging, and said, hey, just so you know, you got a little pay bump for this. Do you want this job? And I was like, yeah. Then get upstairs, he said, and start working. It was really helpful. I was once that guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all been there, right? But it's about just recognizing that in yourself and trying to move on and become a better person.
Even if you're not that person's direct supervisor, how do you start that conversation with that? Because like I started this segment with, when they say you have no idea, that's when my hands begin to clench and I think about taking air away from people.
Well, you have to redirect them, kind of like children. So, maybe you start talking about something else like the weather, or give a little empathy, but then redirect them to how can we solve this? And sometimes you might just have to walk away. I mean, it falls on deaf ears.
Oh, trust me. I've had to walk away. Ears steaming out and everything. Just bite your lip, walk away.
Good stuff. Great conversation. I feel better. Dr. Jackie Meyer, business strategist, CPA, amongst other things, host of the Concierge CPA podcast. Thank you so much for your time this morning.